Smack dab in the middle of I-295 that encircles the city of Jacksonville in northeast Florida, there's a good look at TIAA Bank Field. Today, we've got a good Week 5 matchup in store here between the New Orleans Saints and the Jacksonville Jaguars. The first quarter of the season already in the rearview mirror, and off we go in Week 5 on EA Sports. Fielded right around the 8. And look at this. Right away, a loose football. And he brings this one back. A fumble return for a Jacksonville score. Well, how's that for an early storyline? Some people are asking the ushers where their seat is, and boom, we've got a score on the board, a fumble return on the opening kickoff.
And this is where all the tailgating groups are looking at each other saying, maybe we need to get to the stadium just a little bit earlier next time.
But, man, those bratwursts, they're good, Charles. They're good. And now here is the offense onto the field as their first involvement will be a 2-point conversion attempt.
Hey, we gotta get tonight. The mic over there. Defense wins championships, baby.
They're going to keep it on the ground. Originally opened in 1995 as Jacksonville Municipal Stadium when this franchise entered the NFL. We welcome you to Jacksonville and TIAA Bank Field. Today, we've got a good Week 5 matchup in store here between the New Orleans Saints and the Jacksonville Jaguars. The first quarter of the season already in the rearview mirror, and off we go in Week 5 on EA Sports. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Tighten up, tighten up, tighten up. Alert flare, alert flare, flare, flare. Watch down. Watch safety creeping.
Carr right away going to look to throw. Not the first down play they wanted by any stretch of the imagination. An absolutely huge loss on the sack. Well, if they have any thoughts of coming in here and getting this road victory, that's not the way to start it out on the first play of the game.
Yeah, one thing you always say when you go on the road, take the crowd out of the game. They actually brought the crowd into it by permitting that sack right out of the gate.
Check 52.
In his own end zone, it's Carr. It's caught. It's Miller. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to be third down and forever.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
And now, is it fourth down? No, it's third down. And the field goal unit is out onto the field. And remember, here on a miss, this is a live football. Past the 20. And he will score. That is a touchdown. No flags on the field as he picks up the missed field goal and takes it coast to coast. Well, we, of course, saw this a little while back in an Alabama-Auburn game at the college level. You just don't expect to see this, though, in the NFL.
No, not at all. And what you're also seeing are NFL teams being more aggressive about, hey, if you're going to miss the field goal, we've got a guy back there. We've got a chance to bring it back and create better field position, or in this case, get a score. They're going to do that nowadays.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Well, partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change how they manage the rest of this one?
I think it does a little bit, but not by too much, because you're right. You get the extra rest. You get a chance to heal up and kind of, do a little bit of a reset for this team. But it's also 7 extra days to think back to the last time you were on the field. So now, a little more importance on what they're getting done because they carry it with them for essentially 2 weeks.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. His first catch, good for 14 there and a first down.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
Play fake, Cousins. Looking deep downfield. He's got a man, complete. Touchdown, New Orleans. A great play there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Saints are an extra point away from taking the lead.
All you hear from coaches and personnel directors in the NFL, how difficult it is for a rookie receiver to have an impact on the game. So much to learn, so much offense to absorb. Looks like he's picking it up pretty well.
I would say so. And how about that for your first career NFL touchdown?
I don't know that he envisioned it quite that way, but if he was smart, He probably dreamed about it a little bit.
Dennis Allen going to go for 2 here. He's leaving his offense out on the field.
Check. Hey, check 24. Watch 24. Check 43. Check. Check 3. First. 3.
They're going to run it with Barkley. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1. So back even at 6 apiece as the kick's away. Fielded right around the 8. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. Lawrence bringing the Jaguars up 1st and 10 at their own 26.
4 down. Alert. Switch. Check.
Now ETN to start the drive. And he powers his way up past the 30. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. And they'll go again with ETN. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Here we go.
And for the Saints here on 3rd down, an extra defensive back on the field.
Strong right. 3 down. 3 down.
And now the Saints are going to take a timeout on defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first.
4 down.
On 3rd down, Lawrence. That's going to be caught by Kirk. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Lawrence finding Kirk there for the Jaguar first.
I don't care how many times we say it, I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
Let's go. 60 Pittsburgh. 80 weapons.
On 1st down, right back to ETN. And a strong run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 35. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another 1st down. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
And they didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. The Jaguars at 3-1 here through their first 4 games. And they're hitting their stride of late. Winners of 3 of their last 4.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
And a nice gain and a broken tackle along the way, and really we shouldn't be surprised, should we? That's what runners do, especially the best ones. They break tackles and gain extra yardage.
3 down. Who got 17?
From the gun, he'll hand this off. And I don't think he got there. No, they stop him right where it all started. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down. He handed it off there, but I don't really know if he would have kept it or tried to do anything else if it would have mattered.
Yeah, it's not always a wrong read when a play gets stacked up. Sometimes they're just at the line of scrimmage. There's just too many bodies to maneuver.
And as a result, now they're looking at a 4th down.
Set. 18 Gator. Topper. Go.
4th down. Here's Lawrence. Open man right side is Ingram. And he is going to have the Jaguars first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive.
Three down.
22 jet bomber, 22 jet bomber.
SOS.
Look at me.
And the slot man goes in motion left. On 1st and 10, it's Etienne. And there to make the tackle, Jonathan Abram. All tied up, 6-6, our score after one. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Man left. Three down.
Another tote for Etienne, and he'll take it from the 18 to the 15, a gain of 3.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Let's get it.
Come on, set.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. They'll run with Etienne.
Slam.
And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3.
Mike, 9. You don't want none, baby. You don't want none.
X3, 218, chop.
You don't want
Hit it.
Etienne will get down close to the goal line, but not in, as he'll be marked down at the 1. Give him 2 yards on that one. 2nd and goal now.
All of a sudden, those lanes that were there earlier in the drive dry up near the goal line. That's a good job defensively to diagnose the run and stop it for a very short pickup.
Set, ready.
2nd and goal from the 1.
Check the outs. You go tight.
Ready, ready.
They'll try to run with Etienne. And the avenue collapsed for him as he's going to be held up short of the goal line. They hold him again, and now all of a sudden it's 3rd and goal at the 1. So can this New Orleans defense stand tall again? 3rd and goal.
Tight end right. Hey. 4 down.
To the goal line, but it's incomplete. So it's been a long drive. They've held the ball for quite a while. Now what do you do here?
Well, to me, at this stage after this drive, this close to the goal line, 3 points would be a letdown. I'm going for it here.
Here we go, set. 30 base. Hey, Echo.
Bang L. Nice, sweetheart. Mike 9.
They're going on 4th down. Lawrence, and that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. A great effort there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Jaguars' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Well, an all-out battle on 4th and goal, offense versus defense, and the offense won it.
And I'm just wondering what was going through the minds of the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Were they playing the run too much? Were they not focused that the whole playbook was open in that situation? Give the offensive guys a lot of credit. I just wonder what the defensive guys were thinking.
Lawrence going to look to throw for it. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Javon Holland.
It's interesting that when it comes to two-point conversions, even heavy run teams tend to throw the ball in these situations. In this case, this one was intercepted.
Yeah, they weren't fooled. They were ready for the pass, picked it off. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. Fields it right around the goal line. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And they come in losers of 2 straight. And remember, they've got the open date on their calendar next weekend, but you think it's vitally important, Charles, that they focus on the task at hand here.
Absolutely, because these players, they know what's coming up, and the difference between taking time off following a win versus doing so on a 3-game losing streak, that's absolutely huge, because they may come back if they lose this game to a facility, and there may be new faces in there and some teammates lost.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Off the play fake, Cousins. Trying to lay one up deep. He's got a man. Complete. 20. Touchdown, New Orleans. A big play there with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Saints strike quickly here to tie up the ball game. Will Lutz on for the point after. So he missed his lone field goal try, but he's got this one as that extends their lead. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. Now, they entered play on a 2-game win streak, and then they've got the open date on their schedule next week. So this is a group that's really looking to hit the break on a high note.
And this will obviously be a tough game for them, but go ahead and play this out with me, partner. If they win here and make it 3 in a row, they get to heal up after that. You've got to think that's an ideal setup and a worthy goal to play for in this one.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
Check the backer, check the backer. Shift, shift, shift.
Rock it.
Lawrence now off the bootleg. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation.
The plan was clearly to challenge them by sending a blitz on 2nd down, but even the extra guys couldn't catch him in the backfield, though. He doesn't scramble for a first, but he does get the last laugh by evading the blitz and getting beyond the line of scrimmage.
We got 4. We got 4. Watch 18. Watch 18. Check 24.
Hey, Sam on.
Safe.
Now Lawrence. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
Here we go. 90 Wolf.
Watch left. He's tight right there. 4 down.
And they'll try and throw for it with Lawrence. And the pass is intercepted. He was looking for Ingram. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. So they go on 4th down. Not only do they not get it, it turns into 6 points the other way. Disastrous.
And many people think you should just go ahead and knock it down in that situation, turn it over for the offense. But I had a defensive coordinator recently tell me, we see that as a passive play. We don't do that anymore. We want the ball in our hands, and we want to head the other way.
It's probably also instinct a lot of times. If you see a lot of green grass ahead of you, go ahead and grab it.
It's the exact right play to do. That's knowing when to break the rules and when to make a play that maybe you hadn't been taught.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Go now.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And, Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner. They can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first.
Tight ends on the Ringo. Hey, boys, we got four down.
Hey, Haywood. Yo,
They'll bring a receiver in motion left. From the 27, Lawrence. Flush to his right. And Lawrence going to smartly hit the deck here as he is able to pick up the first down in the process. Great vision there by Lawrence as he scrambles for a first down.
Ready, set. 80 weapon.
Tight end to the right, boys. Tight end to the right. Move. Four down. Check. Four down. Under 10.
Let's go.
Straight ahead, Etienne. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
70, Indy.
Watch tight. Tight end's right. Hey, 4 down.
Hey, wahoo.
And now they'll throw it with Lawrence. And he'll slide to a halt here, still a little shy of the first down marker. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for 3rd.
Certainly not the way they drew it up in the playbook, but that's why they love this guy back there. He sees things breaking down, and he's more than capable of finding an escape route and still getting a decent gain.
On 3rd and 1, it's Lawrence. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down. So 4th down coming up. What do you expect?
They've gone for it time after time. They haven't punted yet. I don't know what's right anymore.
On the set. Yo, faster. Hit it.
Going for it, here's Etienne. And some room to maneuver. And he's going to be taken out of bounds, but not before he gets this all the way down to the 10. 4th down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. So now following the big play, they've got a 1st and goal all the way down at the 10.
4 down.
Here's a handoff out of the gun. And he'll fight his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. They had the huge play last time. Here it is a much smaller gain of 2. Now the Jags will use the 2nd of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime.
Strong right. 4 down.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. A great play there. His 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Jaguars get a late score here in the final minute of the first half.
Yeah, touchdown. I love it. Now it's only a 2-point game. I know it's the first half, but you've got to think. Go for 2. Tie it up. Go into the locker room. What are you doing? Come on.
You're bold.
It's real easy to be bold sitting up here rather than down there and making that decision.
We don't have to make those decisions. Either way, little time left on the clock here in the 2nd quarter. We'll see how this all plays out. Throws right side. And he's got it. So they went ahead and went for 2 to tie the game, and it works out. Fitting for what's been a tight ball game. We're all even at 20 now as the kick's away. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10.
My gate.
Good routes here.
Watch the pass. Watch the pass. Mike 8.
On play action, Cousins. That's Olave bringing in another one. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout called. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. From the left hash, this from 46. The kick by Lutz is good, and that will do it for this first half. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we send you a couple hours south of here to Orlando. That's where we check in with a coach and our EA Sports halftime report. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. This will be fielded inside the 5. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the third quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now that he's getting the ball to start the second half, how about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? He'll put that all together and come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the third quarter.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard.
Hey. 4 down.
Etienne once more. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10. They'll try the left side with Etienne. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. A shotgun snap and a give to Etienne. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though. Running out of the gun with Etienne. And he will have 1st down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
Well, someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10.
General West.
3 down. Odd.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who could do more than one thing. And I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively.
Greystone, travel. Three down.
On second down, a run with Etienne. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. Just a couple on the ground there, and that's going to bring up third and about 6. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
First down marker at the 31. It's third down. Play clock down to 3, and we're going to get a timeout here. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. So it's 3rd and 6, and this will be the 8th play of the drive.
Hey, Alpha.
Lawrence will throw. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on third down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
My first thought is surprise, because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
Come on, set. 10 logo. Pilot, 64, weak.
Tight right. Even. 4 down. Even.
On 4th down, Lawrence. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Jags come up empty on 4th down, and the Saints will have the football back. He'll have a tough time living that one down. It's one thing, Charles, to drop a pass. It's quite another to drop it on 4th down.
And so many teams work on that in terms of locking in on those key downs. You know, you and I have both been to practices where we've seen, hey, 3rd down situation, big 3rd down alert, lock in here, 4th down play, make sure you focus just a little bit extra. It didn't pay off in that situation.
5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
That's right, baby. They don't want it. 36. Check 50. Check 50. Check 3. Check 3. Check. Fresno.
Hey, steamer.
Hey, check 24.
Again, it's Barkley. And he'll be pretty well stopped in his tracks. Give him a yard up to the 42. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
Mike 8. Watch the pass.
From the gun, here's Cousins. Throw right side is complete to Andrews, his tight end. And he is going to have a Saints first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play, and that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
Here I come again. Check 99.
A first down throw for Cousins.
Watch the safety creep.
And this a leaping effort, but it's knocked away and incomplete.
Yes, sir. How about an attaboy there on first down? Got his hand in and knocked it away.
A good action to this point in the third quarter. Just a 3-point game. 2nd and 10.
Joker.
On play action, it's Carr. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
The coverage keyed in on him since that last completion his way. He earned a little more attention on that route, and that made it a lot tougher to get a clean throw his way.
An incomplete pass on second down. That muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10.
Put a body on him. Put a body on him.
They go play action. Cousins.
Single receiver.
And the Jags get to him as down he goes.
Hey, no, easy. Two.
4th down. Cousins. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And the Jags take over in terrific field position. So the defense has to stay out and get one more stop. They were able to do it, forcing the incompletion.
So on their record, that goes down as a successful play. Doesn't matter how they got there, how it happened. They got it done. They're the ones that are jubilant.
80 weapon.
Double tight. Hey, boys, we got 4.
ETN up the middle. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
6, bullet high.
Ringo, tight ends on the Ringo. 4 down, check, 4 down.
A handoff for ETN. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we've played 3 quarters. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. A field goal from this spot likely out of the question. They've got to get closer here on 3rd down.
4 down.
Here's Lawrence to throw. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Alontae Taylor. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Boy, that one was in the air for an agonizingly long time.
Just begging to be picked off, wasn't it? It's one thing if you're throwing a ball like that, trying to throw someone open or lead them into an area. But that ball needed to be thrown with a lot more conviction. As a result, it's an easy interception.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Another important 4th quarter series coming up. That last INT helping to maintain their slim advantage. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
Big edge. Kill. He's checking. Monday down. Crash. 29.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Carr throwing right, and that's complete. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. That'll put him over 150 yards receiving now. Quite a ball game and a 1st down.
Let's put them on the buses. Let's put that team on the bus. Slam. Wide. Get wide. Check.
A 1st down carry for Barkley. And he'll get about 6 up to the 27-yard line. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
Shift. Watch the shift.
They'll run it again with Barkley. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here, 3rd and 5.
Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bringing up a key 3rd down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity, because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now. Just stop them, get to the ball. That means they might not be sound defensively. There could be some opportunities.
And you said key 3rd down. Highlight that word, put it in bold. Here we go. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Devin Lloyd, the one to get home and earn that sack.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw up a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
Ready, break.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a 4th quarter lead.
All right, help me out here a little bit, partner, because what I'm seeing is a passing game that's just struggled to complete anything. No rhythm, no timing. Seems like every pass is also contested well, so give some credit to the defense.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now Lawrence to throw. He'll get this out to the flat for Etienne. Finding space at the 40. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a 1st down.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. A give to Etienne running right. And he's got some space here. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 147 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
Hey, we got 4. We got 4.
22 jet bomber. 22 jet bomber.
Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out. Shift. Check 4, check 4.
Big grip.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Another good run for him. What else is new? That'll put him right at 150 yards for the game, so he's really made his presence felt in this one.
Let's go.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Right.
Strong right. Hey. 4 down.
Here's a give to Etienne, and he'll get maybe a couple before he's taken down, as that will take us to the 2-minute warning.
Set it. And 2 stop.
Tight end left. We got 4. Switch.
On 3rd down, here's Etienne. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Well, this was just simply excellent defense. On this 3rd down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stuffed them for almost no gain.
So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. It'll be from the right hash, and it'll be a 36-yarder. And his kick is good. And we are all tied here in the final stages. So a big kick to get this back to even. Now the worry is, did you leave too much time on the clock? Because another field goal the other way, that does you in.
You're exactly right. You didn't get it to overtime yet. So now as a defense, you've got to think to yourself, you can't play prevent defense and just give up big chunks of yardage in front of you. But you also can't let anyone behind you. So you sit right on the line between the two, play the best defense you can, and not make it easy for them to move the ball downfield.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Well, partner, here it is. They've got the chance to win the game. You'd have to think they need to get it near the opposite 40 to have a chance to kick a game-winning field goal. We'll see what they can do.
And you're right about that, because if we look at it in macro, that's what it looks like. But I think in micro, the head coach has already asked the special teams coach, what is he feeling? What does he think? Where does he want the football? What's the yard line we have to get? And he's already relayed that to his quarterback and his offense. They know what the goal is. Now the key, can they get there? And this dominant defensive performance continued on that play. This poor quarterback, he's not received the protection he needs and has had to pick himself up off the turf far too often.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. Cousins to throw. Eluding the pressure right. Completes this to Jefferson. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
And partner, in a tie game in the fourth quarter, you and I both know in the NFL, that's when you lean on your stars. And he came through with a nice catch right there.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Well, you got to think, Charles, that one's on the quarterback, as everybody was up at the line of scrimmage. He just didn't call for the snap in time.
Yeah, I think he needs a little bit better awareness out there, because you got to know when the clock's in single digits and either snap it or get a timeout called if you have one.
Escaping the pressure right. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far at second down. 2-minute drills, they're tough enough, pressure-packed enough, and these elements makes it significantly tougher.
And you don't have the margin where you can say, okay, I can allow for certain things and maybe change up a little bit. Because it's a 2-minute situation, you've got to try and make the same plays you would make if the elements didn't exist.
All right. Here we go. Let's go, D. Let's go. Hey, let's get this. Mike 8.
Gun.
And they'll send the tight end in motion left.
Watch twist. Watch twist. Switch. Check safety.
Now Cousins. Rolling to his left. A quick throw there, going to be batted away and incomplete.
Now we're in the situation where the quarterback's got to take full charge of his huddle. Got to totally command it, make sure all eyes are on him. All focus is locked in. Going to call multiple plays and go over different situations and scenarios to make sure everyone is on the same page.
The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go in the football game. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Here's Cousins. Connecting with Andrews. And they will get the conversion on third down, but the clock, a more pressing factor. Now another timeout called for by the offense. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. 2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10.
25, check 25, check 20. Wide. Watch twist. Check. Check hot route. Hot. Showing eight. Check. Crunch.
Cousins.
We got double up.
And this is going to be intercepted. It's Devin Lloyd with a pick. Well, we say it often, Charles, but not all interceptions are created equally, and that is a big one here in a tie ball game in the fourth quarter.
And, Brandon, when games are this close, it usually comes down to the team making the fewest mistakes, and that was one of our mantras back at Tennessee. Coach Majors used to say all the time, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. You've got to cut those down to give yourself an opportunity.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Handoff running left is Etienne. And now they're going to get the timeout. So a huge play has them in field goal range with a chance to possibly send this one to OT. And now we'll get a timeout here. They're able to stop it with 1 second to go in this game. So now this one's going to rest on the foot of their second-year kicker. Footing obviously an issue in the driving rain. This one for the win. And his kick is good. Despite the rainstorm, a good snap, a good hold, and the kick went through.